Good morning. Harvey says hello. The Bostons are awake. It's a beautiful sunny day. I got lots to show you today. First, I usually say, it's Kara, welcome to my take at the lake. But today I'm going to say, it's Kara, welcome to Hypocrite City. Because today, if you spent 5 seconds with me in any other video, you'll probably have heard me say, enough with the butterflies and the botanicals, because, it's just been done to death, in my humble opinion. However, I've also shared with you that I'm making everyone in my family what I call jujo bundles. This one is for my mom, and each bundle is designed specifically around the person for whom it's intended. So for my uncles and my nephew, my cousins, the guys, they're getting lodgy, leathery, manly type altered books. They're not getting junk journals, because what would they do with them? But an altered book, I think they can stick stuff in, and they can just jot notes in based on the images and text that will appear will be related to their history, their background, their interest, whatever. So hopefully they'll go over better than a traditional junk journal. Either way, each family member is getting a bundle. It might be a glue book and a junk journal, a glue book and a junk journal, or a glue book and an altered book, but everyone is getting a glue book of some sort, depending on how the projects go. So today I just wanted to show you my mom's. Mom has loved pink roses since she was a girl child. Her birthday was last week and she turned 77. So this is leftover Christmas and all birthday, part of her birthday gift. And so of course I did it all in pink roses, and she loves pink roses, pink rose buds, and gray. Even her china. Like, my parents were married when you still got a full set of fine china. And her china set is pink roses, pink rose buds with a silver, a gray background and a silver rim on each piece. It's beautiful. So here's Mom's goodie book. We'll start with the one on the top, just because it's there on the top. Zoom you in a little bit. Up a little bit. So I used digital kits from My Porch Prints and at least one other. There was a freebie someone had sent me, and I do believe a second Etsy store for the digital kit. I remember My Porch Prints because she's usually who I buy from. The other one I don't remember at this very moment, but I will link it in the description below. Beautiful kits. I can't say enough about My Porch Prints, and her work is just, it's stunning. I say that a lot, and that's all I have. It's just, I just really like her work. And it's just fun to play with, and they were just perfect. Everything was perfect. Mom really liked the sparkly spine on my cousin's Halloween Christmas gift. If you didn't see that, I'll link that below as well. She really liked that. She commented every time she saw it, that's just so cool. So I had to make sure she had a sparkly spine too. This has just a couple little baubles, not many. These are from the coffee, so we don't have any accidents. My Porch Prince has an entire set of labels, I guess, for lack of a better word, definition labels. The kit came with this plane, and they're just so fun. They're all grunged up already, they're all aged, and they're all beautiful and wonderful. The other set that came with this, each label has a rose detail, and they're all different. They're all different, which is so fun. I gave my mom the other sheet so that she can add to her book. It also came with smaller set. So this whole sheet, the rose whole sheet, that fit on an 8.5 by 11. So you always get your money's worth with My Porch Prints. I can't say enough about that store or her designs. I don't know if this is hers or not. This was an older digikit that I got quite a while ago for my mom. I think it is from My Porch Prints. I think it's called Rose Garden Ephemera, if I'm remembering correctly. The other kit, this not from My Porch Prints, the other rose kit came with a few rose words and phrases, and so I glued them to a piece of cardboard and made little, very skinny but three-dimensional pieces. So nothing super exciting here, nothing new, nothing groundbreaking. So there's another one of the labels. So pretty. Mom's book has all side pockets just for ease of me doing it and ease of Mom figuring it out. Her birthday card. Most of the pockets have something in it, but not all. And this is an altered book, so I took out at least a third of the pages, probably half of the pages, and then glued, measured and cut digital kit papers to fit. Just in case you don't know. I'm sure if you're here, you know what an altered book is, but I was new and people were talking the language and I had no idea what they were talking about, so I'm trying to pay it forward here and trying to pass that along. So I'll do my best to keep a balance between going way under somebody's head and way over somebody's head. That's always a trick. More goodies. I made good use of that Mother's Chicken Soup for the Mother's Soul book. I got it at St. Vinny's Hall. I had the beautiful roses. I made journal cards or tucks or whatever out of them. I think there were 5 that I ended up using. And just made a few little bits of ephemera for her to play with. Oh, my little thing got all wrinkled up in there. Of course, just with the scraps. I'm finding my own way with these, but what makes sense to me is to make the main project, you know, with full sheets of paper and all of that. And then when I mass make ephemera or whatever, like these little bags or these coffee tags, I just keep them plain. I don't do anything with them until my big project is done. And then I use all the little scraps to embellish. And so everything coordinates. Matchy-matchy, that's what I learned from my grandma, matchy-matchy. And from my mother, I learned coordination is sometimes better than matchy-matchy. And my mom is a crafter, so she went to art school right out of high school. She is, if there was a craft in the last 50 years, she has done it. And so I gave her all the scraps, some full sheets of things, empty tags, little bags, stickers, everything she wants or needs to embellish this more if she chooses to do so. This was the packaging on these beautiful scissors I got on Amazon. I will link them below. They work beautifully, by the way. They're awesome. They're just awesome. They're heavyweight. They cut like a dream. They're wonderful. But the packaging, holy smokes. Some of the prettiest packaging I've ever seen. This is the package itself. That's part of the package. This is part of the package. And these two pieces are freebies. Part of the freebie masterboard that I got. And then the word phrases from the second digital kit. And I just put an index card on the back. So she has a nice journal card and I Love Mom sticker and a little rose sticker. I'm going to put a hole in here and something or other so it'll act as a bookmark, I think. You know, they're never done. Like any other artwork or a piece of creative writing or something, you can always putz on it. You can always just add to it or just a few more things or let's just glue this down or let's just try this. They're never ending. I only had one of these beautiful pink rose papers, so she got it. Again, no great takes. I think this is my absolute favorite piece of this digital kit. It's so ethereal and dreamy, and the colors are just exquisite, and the amount of grunge is perfect, and I love that it has different pieces of text throughout. I just can't say enough about her style. My porch prints. One of the kits came with plain papers too. They didn't have the roses on, but you know, you can only have so many roses. Even a rose book, you need a break from the roses. That scissor, it came with 2 pair that purchase, and so the smaller, they're little stork scissors. They came on the same packaging, and again, so beautiful. Same thing on the back, just an index card. So the only thing different here really is there's tags she can play with in here. The only thing different here, and it's not that different, I'm sure other people do it too, is that because I don't know if it's just because I'm new to this, I want to do it all, or it's generally my nature to give a gift with all the accessories instead of just giving a glue book. Here's a glue book. Here's some images I've already cut out for you and some glue sticks to get you started. Or not just an altered book, but here's a matching glue book and junk journal just because. Let's see, I only have 10 more bundles to go. And I'll be all caught up with Christmas 2020. Yes, I will. So no great shakes here. I used every bit of the scraps that I could. And a little bit of, there were even little tiny bits of scraps. I have a project going for that. I will do that in another video and show you. Said one video leads to another, leads to 10 more ideas, leads to 10 more ideas. So that's Mom's altered book, rose-themed altered book. I gave her a glue book because, as I've said many times, I think everyone should do a glue book. They're fabulous for creativity. They're fabulous for collections. They're fabulous. They're at once creative and mindless. And there's so many good reasons to do glue books. That's a topic for another video as well. But so every bundle will have a glue book that coordinates with whatever else they're getting. I just did a few pages in Mom's glue book. Included my letter about a glue book. This is a glue book for you. You're welcome. Great, but what in the happy hell is a glue book? And then it goes on to explain what in the happy hell is a glue book and how to use it and what it's for. Just in a few pages, just for fun, primarily selfish fun. Prettied up the back pages and the back cover. I also grunged up the edges just so it didn't look quite so back to schooly. And I just did that by rubbing my ink pads over it. I used pink, gray, and then over the top of those two vintage photo. Just to grunge it up a little bit, because vintage rose garden needs to be grungy, I do believe. And then there's this book. This is the first book that I've made this way, in that I took the text block out completely and then made my own signatures, sewed them to a chipboard spine and attached that to the original book cover. This is the first time I've done that. I learned a lot. I learned quite a bit. And I quite like it. What I find fascinating is how many times I go back to all of these and just flip through again and flip through again and flip through again. It's got a few little baubles and bangles. I'm an only child. My mom was a single mom for most of my life. And so whenever I see like a mom and me, big heart, little heart thing, I save it for her projects. Here, she loves swans, so there's a mom and me swan. She loves butterflies. Yeah, I did it. I put a butterfly, but it's for mom. So mom loves butterflies, mom gets butterflies. Mom loves roses, mom gets roses. These were those beads I got at one of the St. Vinny's hauls. This is from the freebie. This is some material I got at St. Vinny's on one of my hauls, which was perfect for this project. You can see the material was so thin, you can see the book's title through it. And I thought long and hard about that. Do I paint over it? Do I put a piece of white duct tape over it, which probably would have been a better idea. I just decided, screw it, I'm just going to do it. The title is Here I Am, which is kind of a cool title. I just left it. I love the color of the book, so I wanted to keep as much of that out as I could. It's kind of a bluish gray, and it just goes nice. This is Dollar Tree lace. I needed a way to clean up that edge and just kind of have a finished look. It's the easiest way I could think of. Beautiful papers again. And so again, the other one was an altered book where I just glued pages to pages and then digital kit pages to embellish it. These, I printed the digital kits out and used my own hand-dyed, coffee-dyed, avocado-dyed, however-dyed paper. I glued them together so that these pages are super thick, and if she wants to glue and paint or whatever she wants to do, it will take that. I forgot to decorate the chipboard spine, and there's a lot of places that you can see it, and so I just put washi tape in after the fact. Lesson learned. I just wanted to do it. I kept putting it off. I don't know, I was a little not afraid, but I kept putting it off for some reason, and finally about 11:30 at night I said just do it, and I just did it. Hindsight would have been better to do it in the morning, and I may have remembered to decorate. And I will say alcohol may or may not have been involved at that time of night. I don't know. I don't know. I say that tongue-in-cheek. We don't sit around here and just drink all the time, but I am one of the sassy girls. I am more about, F-bombs and beer than I am about butterflies and Bibles and botanicals and stuff like that. Because, you know, salty girls, we craft too. We do. Where are my salty girls? There's got to be at least one more of you out there. Or at least one. Anyway, so it was fun. I learned. And so all I did was put coordinating washi tape and I covered it up. Some places work better than others. I have to keep gluing because it's shiny. So learning as I go. So the front signature and the back signature, like I said, I took a digital kit page and a hand-dyed page and I glued them together, and those made up the signatures. This middle signature is just single pages, and it's more junk journaly style. It's just copy paper, printed digital kit. This is paper that I bought at St. Vinny's Hall. So it's more junk journal stuff. This is stuff I have had since the early 90s when I used to do newsletters for businesses and whatnot. I got out the stencil. Mom loves ivy, so I even ivied up some of her pages just because. Coloring book that I've had forever and I never use. Fun page. This this is the center charm, and it fits fine right there, and it's nice and flat, so if it's inside the book it's fine, but I think it's pretty cool that when it's just long enough, so if this is shelved it will hang nice. So that would be a nice look on the shelf. I did not plan that. I will from now on. It was just one of those happy little accidents that worked out quite nicely. Made just a couple bits of ephemera for here too. This is one of those tearaways, just with the scraps. When I did the altered book, because this is quite a bit smaller, I end up cutting out the center of the page because typically the design is all around the edges. So you don't want to cut off an edge to make it work. You want to cut out the center. And so I had lots of centers to play with. And that just became, I think Pam at the Paper Outpost calls them, she's called them long tall Sallies before. I think that's hilarious. She also calls them tearaways, so you can just jot a little note, tear it away, and that's kind of fun. There's a couple belly bands, just because this is a scrap from one of the digikits, some pieces that were left over. I just scrunched up the back, used one of the phrases. There's a belly band on this side. The only other thing that I made, which was kind of fun, I see right now the hottest thing is corner tucks and side tucks and flips and pockets, and everyone and their brother is doing something. I haven't watched any of them yet because, well, I'm busy. I'm just buried in trying to get caught up with Christmas. But I had, from taking out all the pages from the altered book, I had a stack of pages right next to me, and I just took one. I folded it just over a half, or not quite a half, I guess I should say, and then folded the square down so that there would be a hidden journal space, and then glued it so there's a pocket here and a pocket here. Now, I'm sure this is not new. One of those flip pocket tuck videos, I'm sure, has that particular method, but I just stumbled upon it. I just started folding paper to figure out how I could make some kind of fun thing, just to give Mom some ideas when she's doing it herself. The last thing I did was I had gotten this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card and yes, that's why I called this Hypocrite City, because look, there's a effing butterfly. But, oh look, another one. Yes, I love butterflies, don't get me wrong. I think they're beautiful in my flower garden. I love butterflies. But oh my goodness, in the junk journal world, you'd be hard pressed to find 2 videos in a row that don't feature butterflies. What? Yeah, every thumbnail. Butterfly, 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 butterfly. I'm starting to write Tim Holtz every day. Please, for the love of all that's holy, stop with the butterflies, please. Because there's so many other beautiful things. Let's do dragonflies for a while. It seems like we're kind of getting out of the bees. Bees were the big thing for a bit. One person does bees. Everyone and their brother and sister do bees. Oh, Yanni. Okay, soapbox over. I'm sorry. I know you love butterflies. I'm just saying. There's more things we could explore. Beautiful, beautiful card. Got it, St. Vinny's Hall. Had a stupid phrase up here that I didn't like, so I used one of the scraps, or excuse me, one of the ephemera pieces and glued over it, because that's how I do. I made her a little rose petal tab just to make it easier for her to get out of the... And this is super cheap washi. It won't stay, but I don't know if she's going to want to keep this here, so I didn't want to make it permanent. What a beautiful card, except for that stupid phrase. But that's the beauty of having glue and paper. You cover it up, or ink. I even inked over it because I thought it was so stupid. In case she pulls off the rose. The phrase has been obliterated because that's how I roll. I also got this little Mom Likes Shiny Things. It's just a little zip pouch. She can tuck little ephemera in there if she wants or whatever. It just was a fun additive. But that's my mom's vintage rose garden junk journal bundle. She seems to like it. My hope is that she plays with it, you know, like she actually does the glue booking. You know, we're still in lockdown mode, COVID wise, and her and Dad are getting on each other's nerves after all this time and closeness and whatnot. They need things to do. So I'm hoping that this will, you know, inspire her to play with it and get out her book and jot some notes, or I don't know, something new to play with. But of course we can't control that now, can we? All we can do is make it with our best intentions and enjoy every minute of the making of it and the giving of it, and after that it's out of our hands. Out of our hands. We can't do anything about that. So, and the control freak in me just really doesn't like that. I'll just be honest. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope you found some ideas or some inspiration or just a tidbit of something new that you didn't know before or might want to try. That's what this is all about. I hope you have a fabulous, crafty day. The sun's out here. I'm going to go outside and get some full spectrum light on these eyeballs and some fresh air in these lungs and some vitamin D on my face. I hope you are able to do the same. My Take at the Lake. Out for now.